What's up, guys? This is Ben, getting back to basics over here. Waiting on either Karina or Luke to join first. Meanwhile, there it is. Oh my God. The special, the slap hurled around the world. Sometimes bass just slaps.
What's up? Hold on. Can you hear me?
You just great.
Amazing. Hi, pal.
How you doing? I figured we'd just get right into it.
Let's get right into it. Fuck it. I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. You had a restful couple days?
You know, it was all pretty good. Yeah, right after I saw you at RRXPERIENCE, which is the best. Thank you for coming. Took off to Tulum for 3 nights with my boyfriend. It was his birthday. That's what he wanted to do. Who was I to argue? And it was delightful. And now I'm back home and don't know what to do with myself, but it's all going great. And what can you say? What can you say? I'm happy to talk to you. How are you?
Here's something to do with yourself, you know.
This works out great. This is amazing.
I was thinking about the first time we talked with Luke. It was a little bit before touring with you, and who is this chick? Like, what's she gonna be like? Is she gonna be cool? Is she gonna like me? Is it here we can be friends? And you know, obviously it worked out. We hate each other. We barely talk.
Totally.
You know, we stay. You know, we're good actors, I guess is what we're saying.
Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah, you're kind of remind me a little bit of James Brown. James Brown.
Killing it. Absolutely killing it. And thank you. I was so glad you were there at your beloved Dome Fest, which was such a good time. Thank you again.
I happened to be there this year. It was nice to be a part of it.
Really just delightful. And that
was your first
you were there.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. And it was absolutely spectacular on every level. I loved it.
Yeah, it's great to have, you know, meet friends on the road or just wherever, or, you know, through podcasts and whatnot, and then just get to share what we do, you know, with other people. I will say it was pretty mind blowing for me to see you at RRXPERIENCE, just like my friend up there, just getting it. So, what was it like going in? Like your first impressions? You'd been to a show there before or no?
Never. That was my first time there at all, which is obviously, you know, the running joke and the running, you know, truth of the matter, you know, where you're just like, holy shit, no, I've never even been there. And I still am in shock. It's now been a week and a day. So, you know, should be plenty of time to come down, but man, I'm not coming down. It's just a special hallowed ground. And don't you feel like when you're on stage there and you look up, like, it felt like I was on a roller coaster, like going up, you know, like it was just so crazy. It's just
literally nothing like it with live music. You play and, you know, you're looking down on people, you see some, you know, kind of like lawns and stuff. I've never seen a waterfall of people coming down at me.
Right.
It's
like literally crazy. I can't even put it into words. It was so special. It was so cool. And the Infamous String Dusters were so good to us, much like you guys were and are to, like, you know, I gotta say, I just like, you know, the way that you guys were so inviting and welcoming and kind to like my band and crew, like it just means the world. And, you know, it should be a given that like all bands are nice to their openers, but like it's not always the case, you know. It really is not always the case. And you know, you live and you tour and you learn and you know that, you know, people like you guys and like the Infamous String Dusters, and I've toured with so many great bands and opened for so many great bands.
I imagine you've had like a really shitty experience, but without naming names, I'd love to hear one of your most like, let's pretend we're talking to us as younger people. That's what I think about this podcast. You know, you're in a band, you're doing well, you know that in any business, as you come up, be nice to people coming up, because you're going to be coming down one day and they're going to be coming up, and you know, you want to you lift people up, they'll lift you up, and you know, all ships rise with the tide. But tell us what not to do. What did someone do? And you know, I'm sure they were just being, you know, this is just my show and like this is how I do it, and I'm sure it wasn't malicious, but let's hear it. What do you got?
Sure. I mean, you know, there have definitely been times where like, you know, and it's all good because like when it's your show, it's your show and like whatever. And also, you know, there's the flip side where, you know, I've been the headliner plenty of times and there's what not to do as the opener, you know, like, and not, you don't drink the headliner's beer and you don't, unless they tell you to or whatever. And you just like, you know, everybody treads lightly and like make sure nobody's stepping on anybody's toes or making anybody feel like you're getting encroached on or like whatever. But I've been in those situations where it's not even bad. It's just like people are cold, and people are standoffish, which is all fine and good. You're about to put on a rock show. Like, you can be however you need to be to make sure that that rock show goes off. And like, I
It's nice
understand that.
when it lines up that's the same kind of people on tour. And like, again, we've had openers that they're amazing musicians, it's amazing music, and it's fun to be around, but it's it's not the hang that you're thinking of. And you guys,
Exactly.
I didn't know what to expect with you guys, and aside from Adam, you guys were just a dream.
That guy November, man. I mean, that he.
Wait till his month. Maybe he comes around. But
I know, dude.
Out of the year, he's impossible to deal with.
Just such a downer and just like a rough personality, right? Just like a absolute
bad smile. What else?
Yeah, no laugh. The laugh,
Doesn't wear cool shirts. Doesn't have just like a generally vivacious energy about him. Yeah, he's
jubilant.
Not perfect for you guys at all.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, I don't know how I got so lucky, man. And I don't know how we got so lucky to, I'm so glad you guys took us out for March because, I'd say it's pretty comparable energy because you guys work hard as fuck at what you do. And it was very inspiring to see you practice so much before the study. You use the entire sound check. You're trying out new stuff. Like, I need to be so much better at doing that. But of course, when you're opening, you get an hour and you're driving, you're doing this and you're doing that, it's a whole other ball game. But like, just inspiring to see you use a 2, 3 hour, 4 hour sound check to run your shit up. And then you go backstage and keep playing and like working it out and all that stuff. But you're also the nicest dudes of all time, and like very fun loving, jokey, hilarious and just good vibes, and to me, I say it often, I feel like, but like, if it's a bad vibe, why do it? You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted a bad vibe, I'd, work for a hedge fund and at least I'd be making money. You know what I mean? Like,
I bet there are people who work for hedge funds. I mean, you've seen Wolf of Wall Street. That was a kind of good vibe, not my vibe, not what I'm looking for, but like they had fun. And I remember it brings to mind our salutatorian or whatever the heck, the number 2 of our class, our high school class. Our number 1 was this goody. She got all the good grades and had a nice speech. It was great. But he was like, he gets up there, he says, I want to tell you about this bus driver I had. I'm getting on the bus, just a city bus, just going home from school. And he just has the best attitude. Obviously he's the salutatorian, so he's saying a lot better than I'm trying to now. But this guy just loved what he did. He loved driving the bus. He loved doing that. And he's like, whatever you do, you're not going to be an astronaut. Not everyone's going to be a Karina Reichman. Sometimes not even Karina Reichman can be a Karina Reichman. It's not a 24/7 thing. And whatever you're doing, just do it well. Do it with a smile. Like, we don't all have the same skills, but that was a really inspiring thing to see. And I think you and you guys in general embody that. And I think that's why we all get along too. Is we're happy to be doing what we're doing. It's really, really cool. And then you have the cherry on top of like, okay, now you play KaRedRocks. Like, oh wait, so I get to have fun with my friends, play music, work on the stuff, and then I get to do that legendary thing. It's
crazy. Yeah, I never would have thought. I really didn't think. I didn't know what to think. It's so crazy
to do things. I think just not think at all. How did you how did you collect Adam and Chris and your whole career? Like, when did that all start? When did you think, I want to do this on my own? This crazy thing. I want to be in charge now.
Finally, really, and it was the summer of 2017, so I'm a year.
17, yes, quite.
The summer of 2017 was a beautiful time to be alive. That's, I've now been in Marco's band for like almost a year, and I got this gig where it was me, John Medeski, Billy Martin, Nels Klein, and Marco all improvising for an hour at some weird festival in New Jersey.
Oh, no, okay. There was one at they all did that improv at Luna Light Fest. That's where we met Guy Manny. I think you were there for that too.
That was Russo, Marco, Medeski, and Martin, and I did sit in and play bass for that set, and that was fall of 2016. That was crazy. Yeah, well, that's where we need to talk about that, because on the last day of Pigeon's tour with you guys, it all came to light that's sort of where I met Ben and Jeremy And Eric was in the artist transport vehicle out of that festival. And just me and Marco were acting just absolutely crazy in the van from the festival to the hotel. Yeah. Well, we'll get to that after this portion, but that's some funny shit. Anyway, I got this gig that summer and I was just like, oh shit, like, I'm such a huge Medeski Martin Wood fan. Oh my God, Luke!
Talking about Luke's least favorite musicians, Medeski Martin and Wood. Terrible musicians. Yeah.
I didn't even know you were gonna be here. Nobody tells me anything.
Sliding them in there, yeah. Luke's getting back to basics slowly. Can't hear you. No, you're good. Just hang out. She's telling a story. You can pop in when you're ready. All right, keep
It'd
going.
be great. So happy to see your beautiful face. This is unbelievable.
Just hold up a whiteboard. We'll get you in a sec.
Yeah, if you could just, whatever. So. Oh yeah, no, it was the year 2017 and I got this crazy gig with Medeski Martin, Nels Klein, and Marco Benevento, and it was all going to be improvised. And I was like, oh shit, I got to practice improvising like a lot because I fucking idolize these guys, and I'm just like 22 or 23-year-old me, like not knowing my ass from my elbow, wanting to like make it all happen. And so I called my buddies from NYU, Adam and Chris. And I was like, hey guys, you guys like want to like jam like a lot all summer long? You know what I'm saying? And they were like, yes, we do. So we, Adam's Brooklyn apartment had a drum kit in his bedroom and 2 amps, and we would just run it the fuck up. And then somewhere through doing that, I was sort of like, wait, like, I know we're practicing for that other thing. And by we, I mean me. Thank you for jamming with me. But like, I like this. This is cool, And then literally like a year goes by where all of a sudden people are asking me to do these gigs. And I'm like, yeah, do I have a band? Sort of. Do we have songs? Absolutely not. There are no songs. There's not a semblance of a song. Absolutely not. But we'll improvise for 2 hours, whatever, So Adam, Chris, and I played like, our first gig was like the end of December in 2017. And then we spent all of 2018 very haphazardly, just as the gigs came to me for no good reason, just like playing these like all improv gigs, and
you guys started all improv.
All improv, not even a launch point, not an A section, not a B section, not a semblance of a.
You were getting into some stuff at RRXPERIENCE. I was like, wow, they're like really like taking shit out there. And I thought it's nice, you have these composed songs that are badass and hit really hard, and then you're starting to take them out. I didn't realize it came from the other direction and worked in, and then you came back out again as well.
It's weird because like, and now when we don't jam, quote unquote, like that hard, in our hour-long set, like, you know what I mean? It's not like we played 2 songs for an hour at all.
Like the beginning of your RRXPERIENCE, I was like, you're just fucking going for it. Was that just open improv, or just you had it kind of?
No, we played, now. So then, I think the big shift in consciousness and all this, I was sort of like, shit, like I gotta write some songs. What the fuck? Am I crazy? Like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? So that sort of became raison d'etre number 1, and I have my dear friend, my collaborator, my co-conspirator, a gentleman named Gabe Monroe, who I actually just left at our studio. And Gabe's an amazing producer who has a Sony ATV publishing deal and like works with people far above my pay grade, does all this pop shit and all this hip hop and all this top whatever, but he's my high school friend. Nice. And we love working together, and he and I, kind of get into the lab, and like work on shit and then bring it to the full band and then kind of go from there. And so, my song Plants, I didn't put out anything till Plants, which came out in 2019. That was the first piece of recorded music that ever.
Has there been any other stuff? Have I just missed it? I think I was listening to it when me and Luke were interviewing you for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Luke,
totally.
How's it going over there?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What's up? I'm sorry to crash the party, but it just seemed like too much fun not to come and hang out.
This guy's
I'm so thrilled you're here. We're so thrilled you're here. I admire you and all the things that you've done in the 2 years since we last talked. And I'm so glad to, get you on the horn.
Just like we coach.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
we've been talking about how hard it is to just like act like you care about someone and like really like compliment them from the bottom of your heart.
Yeah.
We're doing great. Yeah.
I appreciate the front. It's amazing to see you, Karina. And I can't believe it's been 2 years since we talked. What?
Isn't that absolutely stupid? Like, that's stupid. I don't understand. I mean,
it should be a weekly thing.
We've done 3
DM here and there, but like, what the fuck is that?
I know. But that was an incredible story. Are you talking about the most recent show at Red Rocks? Like when, not when you guys just played, right, Ben, a couple weeks ago?
Or we played last week right before summer camp. So
right.
We played Thursday. We happened to.
Yes.
We find out like a week or two before. Jeremy loves the California honey drops. So that's
who you played with, Karina?
Yeah,
it was me, California Honey Drops, Infamous String Dusters.
That's amazing. I saw the pictures you posted from there. Yeah, looked incredible. So wait, you just came out at Red Rocks and just jammed? You just did like some open improv?
No, not at all. Not at all. I was talking about the Genesis. No, it was wildly scripted. Let me tell you.
From my perspective, it felt loose and free, and you were just digging in instrumentally at the beginning, and you have a tight regimented set that you bring out and present to people. We got to see it every night, and
right.
I know like about how much time before I'm sitting in or before I have to like get dressed and stuff like that. It just felt like you were like we're here, we're just gonna do it. And so if it was scripted, which I believe you,
sure,
it was very impressive, and it felt organic, and it felt really good. It was really cool to see. And again, I'm not used to seeing you jam as much outside of a frame. So when it was something a little different, my ear really perked up, and I want to hear. You got to send me some recordings of your original.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'll send you some soundboards. Well, that was that year was cool, like the year of 2018 when we were just completely pulling shit out of our asses. We did this one gig with Nels Klein and with Skerrick. And the soundboard of that is really great, and that's on the archive. And actually, I have it mixed and mastered, believe it or not. And
they played with your band, Karina?
Yeah, totally.
What is it like playing with Skerrick? I've always wanted to play with that magical man.
I think you would be the best person to play with Skerrick, to be honest. And I would like to be there and see what kind of absolute madness, Skerrick and I jammed on 5 minutes alone, you know what I mean?
Wow.
He's a huge metal head, and
right.
loves all the same shit that we love, which is great. And,
the Dead Kenny G's is my shit.
Dude, I mean, he's a legend, and he's such a cool, funny dude. And I love those guys, so that was all epic and whatever. But no, it's been, to me, now I'm addicted to writing songs. I just songs, wow. Need songs, you know what I mean? And songs. I've always been a lover of songs. I'm a lover of improv, but I'm a lover of songs. And at Red Rocks, I appreciate you saying that, Ben. That's awesome. And they're definitely up front, we've been doing this sort of suite of my song Plants into Arbitrary into Dirty South. And that sort of weaves in and out and leaves a lot of room for experimentation and weird shit to happen.
It flowed. I guess I could just sense, especially hearing you now, I could just sense you guys have played so long together. I didn't really know your history, and it just felt.
I mean, we have, but the fact that the songs have sort of it took a while to write any fucking songs, because I'm an idiot and should have been writing songs all this time. What's wrong with me? But
do you start with an idea? Do you start with lyrics? Do you start with a bass line? How are you generally writing?
Never words first. Unfortunately, it would be a lot easier if it was words first. But Gabe and I Plants, my tune Plants, that was completely written by me and Gabe. And that was in I think I wrote the guitar line, and here's what I love to do. This is what yields the best results for me. I love to start with a tune that already exists, somebody else's tune, right? And I'm it's vibe theft. You guys know the vibe, where you're
vibe theft.
Vibe theft, and I'm okay, this, but what do I like about this? I like the BPM. I like the 16th note hi-hats in the, you know what I mean? And I like, this tonality of the synth or whatever it may be, you know what I mean? And sort of start there. That inspires it. I say to Gabe, hey, Gabe, let's make one that's sort of based on this, and then extrapolate. And of course, our end result never sounds fucking anything like where we started from, which is the point,
Yeah.
I was just listening to what is it, Abbey Road, like the 2019 edition where they have all these extra takes. I've also been watching the whatever the Beatles movie that just came out. Which is fascinating for anyone in a band. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a band, but holy guacamole!
No, I haven't, but I've seen the Beatles documentary. You're talking about the thing that came out on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
That shit is a wild window into that band's creative process. That kind of blew my mind.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It's good. And so he Lennon was talking about "Come Together." It's like one of his favorite songs, but it was, I mean, sort of ripped from Chuck Berry, which I was like, oh, now of course it was. But then McCartney was like, yeah, we'll just go make it like swampy. I'm terrible with British accents, by the way.
It's okay. I won't take offense.
Yeah. Yes, Luke, I can hear you. I just got your text.
I texted that like 10 minutes. Okay, whatever.
So let's pivot here. We're gonna, now that we've opened up the channels, we've done Karina this the second time. You're a regular. You're in. We're doing this.
Woo! I love it. Let's do it. We gotta do it.
You're our Ari Shafir, okay?
Yes.
I would be really, bemused.
Yes. You've
been using that guy. That would be great.
Raison d'etre you popped in there.
That's a fantastic word.
Just fantastic.
Luke, let me ask you this. Does your face still hurt? Because it's killing me.
Oh, are you referring to the Ryan Stasik slapping me in the face?
Around the world. We'll post a link to that bad boy.
Okay.
Right before we popped on here, Luke's like, oh yeah, by the way, this. And I was planning on talking about just the time that you open mouth kissed. I assume it's open mouth kissed. Floyd.
Yeah, it was like a lip lock. We didn't like open mouth kiss. There was no tongue, but like it was a firm lip lock.
Okay, all right. Let's keep cameras up. Like, let's not point.
Okay.
Whatever it's got to be, man. It's all good.
It's whatever Frasco. If Frasco says kiss each other on the lips, what am I going to say? Oh, sorry, Andy. I'm not comfortable with that. Yeah. I mean, I tried to put some passion into it and make it authentic.
It was beautiful. So what was your favorite? Would you did you get slapped first and then you just wanted to kiss another bass player? How did that work?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. No, it was the slap first. Yeah. So, and Karina, if you have no idea what we're talking about,
no, I do.
Oh, okay.
I'm right there. Ben
of course you did.
Before we got on the horn.
It was heard around the world. She heard it in Tulum. She literally heard the.
Yeah. Well, he slapped me right into the microphone, so you could hear the contact, which was great.
It was a real slap. I thought it was gonna be fake. That was real.
No, it was real, and I was a little intimidated because when we first came up with the idea for it, we were just talking about our Red Rock show together, and we've kind of now pigeonholed ourselves into doing these like really stupid videos to promote our shows with Humphreys. And so this was like, why don't we do like the Will Smith slap? And so we're on like an email chain, and Stasik's like, yeah, of course I'm down. He's like, but I'm not an actor. I'm not gonna fake this. I'm gonna hit him, and like he has to take it like a man. And so I was like, damn, like Stasik's kind of a big, intimidating dude. Like, he's a sweetheart, but I was like, Rory was all nervous. You can kind of see it on his face. Like, Rory's like, what if he hits you in the ear and you like can't hear anything with this? And I was like, well, I don't think he's gonna like Mike Tyson me. Like, I think that he's gonna make it authentic, but not painful. Hopefully,
I think you held back a tiny bit on the burn on them. You were like, yeah, they're little. They're not past the prime. They're just older and everything. Like I could see you like kind of like trying to walk it back. Like, I know you talked about like going full in, but.
Yeah, he didn't know what I was going to say, and I was actually talking to Frasco before, and so, we're talking about what do I say to insinuate the slap, and we had a couple different things, and I'm like, well, I don't want, like, all the Humphreys fan to think I'm, like, being serious or I'm, like, a conceited idiot. I mean, like, I was like, why don't we can make a joke about them being old? Like, they joke about that. We can do the passing the torch thing. That's, like, that's relevant in the jam scene.
They're all Joel's age now.
They're all Joel's age, yeah. So, so he didn't know what I was going to say. So he didn't know that I was going to do like the Frasco came up with the spring chickens line. And I was like, that's pretty funny. Let's do that. And he came up and yeah, I mean, I took it like a man. He didn't hit me that hard, but he made contact right in front of the mic. So that audio is actually from my microphone, which I thought was really, yeah, it was.
We'll be sampling that in our trio project.
Yo, I love that. That's a snare sound right there. Yeah. So no, I was okay. And then, and I think
emotionally scarred from the kiss though.
No, the kiss was really invigorating. So then, like after that, I mean, I'm on top of the world. I got Ryan Stasik slapping me in front of this crowd. Like I was like, I can do anything now. And so, Frasco's like, are you guys all down to sit in with us? And we were like, of course, we're going to be hanging out watching the set anyway. And we didn't know what was going to happen. He's like, just come up and you and Floyd are going to do a double bass solo. I was like, okay, great. So I go up there, I bring my bass because Floyd's big and wears his bass low. And I'm like, that's going to be at my knees. I can't do that. So
Yep.
like I had my bass and like we traded solos and it was a little more comfortable. Then he's like, okay, now like two dudes, one bass, and I was like, okay, yeah. So we like go out on the sub. It's like with
Was that,
Floyd,
was that planned, or you just did that? He just said
he just said it. He just
Okay,
said it. So I
it was
just did
very
it.
natural. I had just been talking to Grant yesterday about
Yeah.
how do you do like two basses, and then we saw your video. We're like, oh, that's how you do it, just one bass. Perfect.
That's it. It's easy. I've seen like Mahali's done that with Johnny before. Like they just kind of slide in and play it. It's a very it's a beautiful union of musicians when that happens.
Right.
But so like we were at this point where he was soloing and I was just kind of like sitting on the sub like watching him, and Frasco's just like kiss on the lips. And yeah, I mean it was amazing. Like he's wearing these like sparkly short shorts. I felt like overdressed. I was wearing like black jeans. Like I felt like I needed to kind of get on his
Probably
level.
could have taken something off, but that's for next time.
I leave that to Frasco and those guys. I can't compete with that level of showmanship. I can just try to get on the level, and that's
what, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Come out to Red Rocks, where Luke from the special will pants Stasik during his set.
Okay.
It's gonna be big. It's gonna
I'm
be
putting it out there. It's happening.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
So you guys have just played Red Rocks recently. I guess my question is, what the hell do I do?
Yes, the first time.
Yeah, it's baby's first Red Rocks.
It's well, two things. One, if the power goes out, just go with it.
Oh my God! Yeah. So what happened, dude? Did you step on something?
No, that happened at Talk. Apparently, I knocked power out for them when they were playing. They were opening up. I didn't even notice till the next day. They were like, "Be careful, you knocked the power out." I was like, "No, I didn't." But I was like trying to get a video. I mean,
that's a good sit-in right there.
Yeah, that's me. That's why they didn't have me sit in with when everyone else did. So I just like sat on the side of the stage and just like eating a banana during the sit-in.
You would.
I grabbed
Amazing.
She was all pissed. She was like, "What were you doing?" I was like, "No, we talked about it. Like I was kind of supposed to be doing this."
I was getting content. I mean that we're all just slaves for the content.
I mean, Talk Tour was bananas. What can we say? But
nice.
Yeah, the power just fucking cut out in the middle of the set. We're in the middle of Water, the chorus, and it just hits, and Greg instantly goes into like hyping up the crowd. So everyone's already kind of singing it, I guess, with us, but they just come right out, and it just blew my mind too. It's like everyone was ready. And Karina, I want to tell you this: if it weren't for your show, I don't think we would have handled it nearly as well, because the Honey Drops had that crowd and response thing going on. They were just like studying like what is that like the looseness they had, like your confidence up there when you guys were playing. I was like, she was my friend, like she had it all, just fine. So we'll be good. It's our third time playing Red Rocks. It's still very intimidating, but as with anything, you do it enough, you start to be like, okay, I'm used to this part, like really wide stage with like awesome rocks in the background, like the tunnel underneath. Like there's just so much. Even the first 2 or 3 times doing it, it's still kind of getting the hang of it. But then the power went out. I was like, okay, Red Rocks is kind of like adopted us into like, yeah, it's just another venue. Like power goes out, shit happens. Like it's all good. So for me, it was a weird combination of just like the apex of live music and like what you get being a live musician. It's just like, okay, here we go. Like this is what we train for. This is why we've done it all these years. And I thought it was going to be off forever because I run over to our monitor guy, Chris. He's our newer monitor guy, killing it. But he looks at me and I was like, well, what's going on? He's like, they said the power went out to the city. And I'm thinking, city of Denver? Like,
oh my God.
It's so crazy.
I don't know. We'll leave that to the history writers or whatever. But
yeah, what happened to make the power in the city of Denver go
Joey
out?
Porter said, well, it was Morrison. I thought Denver when he said city, but it was Morrison.
Okay.
Morrison.
That's still an entire city.
Unbelievable.
What happened is Joey Porter was sitting in on us with keys, and people asked, why don't we have a keyboardist? Why don't you have a keyboardist? It'd be so much better, this and that. Because the fucking power at Red Rocks and the whole city would go out. It's too much,
Too much power.
It's just too much. It's just too much.
But yeah, we were also talking about it's
wow.
It's like a waterfall of people. You get on stage and you're normally looking out, over a crowd.
Right.
You have that like elevated, you're on a stage, you're lifted up. You're not on a stage, you're on a landing pad for everyone's vibe. They're just dripping down, just like, yeah, it's cool to be here. Your face is on the big ass screen and
dude,
sound is just there. Like, Luke, you're gonna
eat it up, dude. You're gonna eat it up. Yeah, before you got here, I said it was sort of like being on a roller coaster where you're just looking up, like going up,
oh my
type
God.
shit. And it's so epic. I mean, God, you guys, and that bill is spectacular, of course.
Yeah, when that moment, you'll just never forget that moment when you're on stage and security's running for you and you've pulled his pants below his and the crowd's just like,
I mean, that's it, it's incredible. Like I can't wait, and it's so cool to hear your guys like firsthand experiences of it. But like I've also heard these stories of like the Red Rocks curse and like these things that kind of go wrong. I mean, Karina, do you have any like Red Rocks horror stories, or have you just been able to go and bask in the glory when you've done it?
Well, this last time I did it a week and a day ago was my first time ever.
Oh,
being
cool!
there.
That was your first time there.
Yeah,
That was your first time even being there. Wow.
Yeah, totally.
Have you been before, Luke? Have you been as a fan? Or?
I've seen Humphreys there twice, and
Wow.
I've seen The Fifth Element as a movie screening there.
Whoa!
Dude.
I don't know which was better. They were all amazing. So.
I think they're both pretty good.
Well, it's pretty epic that you've seen two Humphreys shows there as a fan, I presume, and now you're open. Like that's a very epic thing.
Yes,
that
it's
you did
really
high five
not a
yourself
fan.
for that. Yeah.
Very
He
cool.
became a fan. It took a couple shows, but he's now a fan. Yeah.
Now,
Right.
after I saw them a couple times, I was like, I should open for these guys here. And that's where I had that moment of clarity. Yeah.
Good idea.
That's incredible. We love that. We love that.
Stuck in the form of Stasik's hand.
Oh my god! I was super nervous about something going wrong. You know what I mean? And I was, and even like these days, I was just like, oh my god, like none of us can get COVID before Red Rocks.
Oh,
like,
God,
please,
yeah.
no, like no, like just like sort of biggest gig of my life. You know what I mean? Like kinda, like I don't know, I don't have that good a memory, but
I would have been pissed at you if you hadn't been there. That was like that made the whole weekend for me. It was It was
really strong shit. But nothing went wrong. Nothing went wrong with my set. Everything worked amazingly. Sound was good. Like we were honestly, it was an amazing monitor mix that we got from just the house monitor guy or whatever, which was amazing.
They do a good job. Yeah, I've decided.
Cool.
I think the universe just really wanted a Gator drum solo. So like,
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have anything else to do. We have to do it.
You know what would have been funny though? I mean, you guys are so good at like, I mean, both of you have an amazing presence and like of positivity and exuberance on stage. I mean, I'm kind of up there as just like in black and then sarcastic on the microphone. I kind of send mixed messages, but you guys are just like rocking the fuck out, total rock stars. But how funny would it have been if the guy like, and of course it goes out and Greg just like owns the moment. Adapts. But how funny would it be if you guys all got really like pissed and you were all like, if you like folded threw your hat, whatever hat you were wearing at that given moment.
That's what we do next Red Rocks. We gotta just like cut the sound, cut the lights, and just get all pissed off and like run through the crowd, just smacking people, just like taking bass.
They're like, we thought they were such nice guys. Did you see what happened when the power went out? They were slapping people in the crowd.
Diva shit, dude. You turn into diva. Like, I just will not stand.
After the tour with Karina, we had to stage a publicity stunt because word got out that we're just fucking awful people.
Right.
Oh, dude.
Bound to happen.
You've toured with these guys, right? You've toured with these guys. They're just absolute fucking curmudgeons.
The worst.
Rock
It's an act.
It's a whole act.
They're all smiling and dancing on stage. You get back to the green and be like, don't touch those Tostitos or my yerba.
Exactly. So salty about everything. So
I'm
salty.
like, aren't you guys sponsored? Can I just get one yerba? And then Ben would like come over and open a can of yerba and just pour it down the drain in front of me.
That took our fucking Tostitos?
Yeah, I always took you guys
with
Tostitos.
us again. Until
that's it. Cut off.
we have a chance to tour with you guys again, because that's.
I mean, I did it while you guys were playing. To be fair,
and it's not yerba; it is actually our sponsor, Runa.
Oh,
Runa.
Runa.
They're all over the place with these guys. I never touched the shit. I wouldn't touch that.
Touch the shit. It's a gateway to yerba, so you have to be careful.
Runa, now in blood orange.
Wow.
Hey!
I
found this at the liquor store or the beer store or whatever it is. This is a Gayusa sparkling beverage. So Gayusa is the leaf in Runa. We're turning this into a commercial. This is great. And
that's how we get that podcast money, baby.
What podcast money? This is the third episode we've done in 2 years, apparently.
I wasn't your last episode, was I? Was I?
You were 7, and then we had 3 more after, I believe. We
Okay,
had
good.
10 in the first season.
You were lucky number 7.
With the lemonade that was COVID, was this podcast getting out. Me and Luke were talking for like a year and a half. We're like, we're gonna do it, and then we literally have no excuse. I'm like, Luke, we have no fucking excuse. We have to do it. So now we're doing it, and now because we are who we are now inviting Grant and Mike from Munyon and Mike from Eggy to do some coasting of their own and bringing in the younger vibes and basically just outsource. We basically
the next generation of bass playing podcasters.
Yeah. We
beautiful thing, guys.
Created something beautiful, and now we just release it to the world and just step 3 profits. We're good.
I love it, dude. You got to do that when you're the boss. You know what I mean? You got to outsource. What are you gonna do? Delegate, outsource, outsource.
You're gonna fit in great here, Karina.
Yeah. We have pins that are coming.
Oh, the pins are slick, man.
Look at that.
Yes.
That's going to be stained glass. And I realized it's back to
Wow.
basics. I think that's a forward. Like, that's it. So that's technically the back of the bass clef. So this is technically 2 bass clefs back to back, even though it looks, I don't know.
No
It's
kidding.
outside.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Nobody else has done that. Has nobody else done that? This
I
is
don't-
like
you
the
know-
next level fucking, that's going to be on every
Tell you this,
ass
we
in the
ain't-
audience.
We ain't nobody else.
Every ass.
And the middle part.
All the asses are going to have that on it.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Well, I have to dip now. So in the name of the curmudgeon that I am, fuck you guys. It's been great. And
too, man.
Karina, what's next for you? Is your next Bonner, or you got something before then?
Next is Bonnaroo. No.
Woo!
Next is, if we're splitting hairs here, I'm doing I'm doing a Relics, live stream with Marco
Oh, awesome.
the day before Bonnaroo. And
Sick.
then Bonnaroo, and then flying. We're playing through. So you have to teach me how to do this, because I don't really do a lot of that. And I know you just did a
We're
lot
gonna
of
have
it.
to talk off camera on that one, because this past
Yeah.
week was an experiment that was surprisingly successful.
Yeah.
Yoga
Wow.
helped. Yoga helped.
Right on.
Yoga was good.
Yeah,
amazing.
that sounded stressful.
Sounded
So
horrible.
The power outages don't help either, I guess.
I thrive in chaos personally. Well,
Okay.
so where are you going after Bonners? You playing?
So I go, we do Bonnaroo, and then the next day, we have a 6 a.m. flight to take us up to basically the Hudson Valley where Marco lives, and Marco is throwing his own inaugural festival.
Yeah, cool.
It's called
Cool.
Follow the Arrow, and both my band and Marco's band are playing. And this is with Chris Corsico. My drummer is going to join Marco's band for those shows, for the
Sick.
stream and for that. So
amazing.
we're all just one
Dope.
fucked up band of trios and things that
Amazing.
happen. So, we will be on no sleep, and things will be going great, and everything will work out great.
I found some of our best
Amen.
shows on No Sleep. We had one back in the day. We were still doing this shit. We had 3 shows in 24 hours, which I guess we kind of did this past weekend. And
How does that even happen?
I don't even understand what.
I don't.
we did Friday night late night set, and then Saturday, for the first time we ever had John K sitting with us at the smaller festival. So didn't really know who this guy was. We were younger kids, and it's like, oh, it was the guy from Further, just sitting in with us. That was the daytime, and then we played late night at the NOLA or something in DC. The Bayou in DC.
Cool.
That doesn't exist anymore. Shout out, rest in peace. But I remember by the second show, and then by the third show, Jeremy was just in this otherworldly place that I've seen him in from time to time. But
I think I saw him in that place Monday morning when I was leaving Scamp.
you put a guitar in his hands, you would have heard Chopin coming out.
Oh man.
He just he's already out of his own way, but when he's in that mode, so just channel that. Get into the you've done this enough. All you got to do is just get up there and do it. Sleep where you can. Bring a neck pillow.
Yeah.
The plane, gonna do the plane, totally. I'm very good at sleeping on planes. My band, not so much, but I am blessed with the ability, so it's gonna be great.
Oh, good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So you'll be there.
You guys sleep on what? Sorry, say that again.
Kind of.
You'll be Thursday at Rue.
Friday, Rue. Saturday, Follow the Arrow is the name of the fest. And then I'm going to stay at Marco's house for 2 nights after that. And then we do a 5-day Marco run leading up to Electric Forest Day. Are you guys playing Electric Forest? What's going on?
Oh, I wish. That sounds, what an amazing week. Good for you.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
great. Totally.
Sick.
Yeah, E-Forest is very, very fun. I also will say that for me personally, the last time I played, I went there as a bartender in 2011, I think. And I was Jeremy. That was actually
just pouring Runa down everyone's throat.
I tried. No, they had enough bartenders that after the first shift, they were like, if someone doesn't want to work and not make money, I was like, I'm out, I'm done. And so we just hanging out. I saw String Cheese for the first time sound checking on Wednesday, popping in. It's just 12 bucks.
It's cool.
But yeah, E-Forest is very, very cool. But this most recent time, I was like, oh, I'm Stasik level old. I'm getting up there. I'm no spring pigeon anymore.
I love it. If you don't use that all the time, you're sleeping.
My God, spring pigeon. That'll be the next time we orchestrate a slap on stage. I've already got my piece written out.
But yeah, Karina, you and Marco have that youthful energy. You'll be just fine. It's gonna go great.
Thanks,
totally.
pal. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm pretending. I'm still a spring pigeon. Clock's
Bring it up.
ticking though, dude. Clock's ticking. I don't know.
You got this shit.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Gotta write songs. Songs.
Songs, man. It's all about
Keeps
the songs.
you young. Keeps you young.
Yep.
Oh man.
All right, lady and gentlemen.
Yes.
It's been wonderful getting back to basics.
Yes.
We're definitely doing more of this. Karina, you're welcome anytime. We'll probably
Hell yeah.
like just see you for like quick, 5-minute recaps at Bonnaroo. I'll just come in and be like, we're doing an episode right now.
Get that episode of Bonnaroo, y'all, for real.
Good. Yeah,
doing
call
some
me.
shorter
Just
ones.
fucking zoom it all up. If I'm around,
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, what's up,
If
fellas?
you see
How
a
we
link
doing?
in your email, you're gonna just probably pop in and have to deal with Floyd and Luke talking about their next endeavors. So
Get me there too. Let me Zoom with you guys at Bonnaroo so I can feel like I'm a part of it.
fucking
Please.
go. Yes.
Would be the
Please.
I have a
Hell
set.
yeah.
I'm gonna bring an interface. I'm actually gonna be doing a full on. I have my RC505 little looper thing. I've been doing my
Yeah.
solo stuff. I want to, Karina, that's why I was asking you about the band, because I want to know how to like set that up eventually, have some of my own songs that aren't as, all along the Pigeons like high energy vein, more of my own kind of like soulful style. But I'm gonna be doing some of that looping stuff, and I'll have my computer. I have like my solar powered battery charger. I'm bringing my car, and I'm just gonna like.
You got the one wheel still? Is your one wheel still operating?
My one wheel was in Denver. I tried to. I wheeled to the gate, which in the future you just wheel to near the gate and then put it away. It was in the morning.
Well, you tried to wheel like up to Red Rocks in it. I can see you.
Oh, I did do that. I did try
Wow.
that. I didn't.
You're a
make it
sick man.
That is just like doing jumps off of the cliffs.
Well, there's a guy who takes his electric skateboard up who works there, and the guy who like runs the backstage is like, at first I told him not to do it, but then after a while, like he started doing it, and when he had the big
Tried to get him not to.
But you can go up the long way, like the Southgate entrance, I believe. That I had no problems with. But yeah, it's because I went to, so I played through like for real. I went to New Conscious, saw DJ Williams play, and like
Sick.
hung out with Silkworth. Amazing shots he took. And just hanging at his house. And then I got a ride from my friend Jimbo and Kevin to the airport, who also rescued me on whatever Wednesday night when Fox Rentals garbage. Never use them in Denver.
Wow.
I'll say that they're no Runa. They're
Anti-shout out.
They're the exact opposite of
Anti shout out. No business.
Right.
No business.
You heard it here first, folks.
But yeah, I never picked me up, and then Southwest had my stuff on whatever. So anyway, after New Conscious, 4:35 in the morning, finishing my beer outside of the airport, go in. I think I hang out at like a restaurant for a second first, then I'm like trying to get to the gate, and it's fun to ride a one wheel in an airport. Okay, like I get it's not.
You can do that?
No, of course not. But I've done it. No, you definitely can't. But like, what are they gonna stop you? So,
Unbelievable.
They can't catch you.
I've done it on a scooter, like a regular like push scooter. And again, it's just like as long as by the time they notice you, you're like kind of like, we're good here. It's fine. But I was a little, slightly inebriated. Go figure. And I got to the gate, and I didn't put it in the backpack before I got to the gate. And one woman wanted to be a hero, and she wouldn't let me go on by one wheel. I'm like, it's under 160 milliamps. It's 147. Like, I can't check it. Like, I have to
Like
carry
that
it on.
matters.
It's a whole thing. Well, no, legally, it's allowed to get on. And then they're like, well, we're not allowed to bring them on at all. And it's, you kind of are, but fine, like whatever. So I just left it there. Jimbo picked it up. It is in the mail. It should be here soon. But
Oh, thank God.
honestly, I got a little bit too. It's like you with the songs. I'm just one wheeling all day. I got a little addicted, and going back to being a biped, like you plebeians, it's been
Sure.
I've been, I've lost at least 1.5 pounds walking my dog. I used to just
That's good for you. It's good for you. It turns out.
Karina, we rolled into an after party in Brooklyn with this guy's on his one wheel. The door opens and he rides into the kitchen on his one wheel, just like high-fiving everybody.
You know what that was?
Oh my God.
That was 5 days into owning a one wheel. I got it that
Dude,
morning.
You were really, you were on one.
that's some
you were making the
traditional
most.
Ben shit right there, dude. That is some Ben shit right there. I expect nothing less. If it's not this, I saw him scootering all around the country,
Yeah.
which was amazing. But now the one wheel is a new
I wore
level.
my turntable shirt, waffle turntable, in honor.
Funk and waffles, baby.
For anyone who
Way to
doesn't
go.
know, Karina brings her own turntable back.
Where I go, baby. Everywhere.
do?
I go. Yeah.
Like a
totally.
record player?
It's in a Pelican case.
Do you like DJ on it? You just like play your favorite records?
We bring records, and my guitar
Sick.
player, Adam November, is a genius, and he's like a tinkerer, programmer, dude, all the shit, whatever. But he literally took my Pelican case, put a record player in it, and then made all these like LED lights and put speakers in it. And you just literally open it up, and it's a party in a box,
Fucking
And-
so badass.
As Ben knows, for the first 2 weeks of tour, I literally I was just like, oh my God, the record player. Oh, we got to go. So we went really quickly packing the fucking band, and didn't, it was a mess. And I just grabbed one record. I grabbed Donny Hathaway Live.
Yeah.
That sustained us for a good while. And then thank God in San Francisco, my very dear friend gave me a few more records to take.
Wow. But
So
Donny Hathaway, that's like some feel good like soul vibes. Like if you're
it
gonna
was
take one record.
spectacular. It was so great. Yeah, we had some Palo Santo and we had Donnie,
Yeah.
man. It was always like, where's Donnie? Where's Donnie? We didn't have like a place for it. You know what I mean? It was very random. It was like
Amazing.
thrown into the van, just like, bent and crooked. I wonder where it is now. I'm sitting with all my records. You know what would have been a good one?
Tape it to the hubcaps. You get 4, 1 on each hubcap. Hey.
Oh
Buddy
yeah.
Holly Lives. This would have been good.
Holly Lives. What else you got?
This would have been good. Orange by Jim Campolongo. A good vibe, let me tell you.
I don't know that. I'll have to check that out.
You would love it. It's great, great stuff.
I
And
want to
then
hear it on
the
vinyl.
one-
Oh, let's go. Chocolate and cheese, baby.
Hey.
Chocolate and cheese. Sorry, I could do this all day. I'm not going to.
No, that's amazing. I love
Well, I
that
want-
you have those records just in arm's reach right there.
Dude, I have a big little stack right here. That's my little collection. Also, while we're doing show and tell, I just need to show you guys because you'll appreciate this because I'm on a bass player podcast. Look
Yes.
at this gift that Dave Drywitz gave me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
See this?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
An alembic made in
Whoa.
1985, and it is so fresh,
That is some
And-
Stanley Clark shit.
literally insane, and I love it so much, and I can't even believe what a
We're gonna
lunatic.
have to hear a little something.
Yeah, play us a little something.
Play us out here.
Oh, baby. It's just fucking absolutely crazy. I'm sure that sounds like shit.
Yeah, it literally was too good for us for our ears.
It was too good. It was
yeah.
cutting in and out, but I could feel it. I could
Yeah,
feel it.
yeah.
Unbelievable stuff. Let me tell you, it's really, really cool.
Oh my god,
are you playing
Karina,
that?
you're such a badass.
Are you gonna
Oh
be
my
playing that
God.
regularly, or is that just like your little, hang around?
I mean, he gave it to me literally. I was about to leave for not your tour, but another tour a couple weeks after the tour that we did together, Ben. And Drywitz was just like, great, like, cause he gave that to me. I want to say like 6 years ago. It was in my possession for 2 years, not as like a this is yours now, but it was just like, Karina, hang on to this. You're gonna love it. And I was just like, holy shit, like.
Whoa.
I don't even know, like, for those who don't know, this is not a cheap instrument and not an instrument that you can buy. Like literally, like they don't make
Yeah.
them, you know what I mean? It's some fucked up shit. So whatever. So I was just like obviously shocked and and then he took it back for, I don't remember if it was a Ween gig or a J-Rad gig, but I think it was a J-Rad gig. He wanted it to play for some big gig
Whoa.
and took it back. And then it was in his possession for a long time. And then leading up to this tour, he was just like, Karina, I got to get the Alembic back to you. Like, it's been asking for you and blah, 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 whatever. And I was just like, dude.
Wow.
You
So
know,
you
you
if you
found
love something, set it free, and then it came back to you.
And then it came back. And now, I mean, for obviously, if he needs it for something, it's literally his. But like,
No, Karina, you already did that once. Do not give it back to
Yeah,
him.
no, it's yours now. If he
You
tries,
can't
to,
Indian give that.
if he tries to take it back, just slap him right across the face.
Yeah.
right, totally. But
No.
now look, have you seen, look, this is where I sleep. Above my bed, we have all of these, we have these
Oh
instruments.
my god.
And
Doesn't
now
that
I'm
make you
like,
nervous sleeping under those like that?
that's what everybody says. No,
They're all, they're all tuned down a half step, so it's not
It's-
like it's not as tense. Like it's kind
Okay.
of like chill.
I feel like if I go out that way, that's the best thing. Like if the bass hits me in the head in the night and I like die from the internal bleeding, like I'm so down for that. It's so great. That would
Would
be,
be
fucking
cool.
metal.
the most rock star way to perish.
Yeah, totally. So now
Died
I've
in
been
her bed, not on
electric-
drugs. She had instruments fell on her. Yeah.
Amazing.
classic shit, classic. But I love this instrument. You guys would love it too. And
Cool.
it's a cool little thing.
Yeah,
So,
thank you for showing us. That's
of
incredible.
course, it's just chilling on the bed. It's a beautiful thing.
So cool. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
man.
She's
She's gonna
resting.
snuggle up later. She's gonna be like,
Oh my
me,
God.
me and my cat. I just like, kind of lay down. It's like
Just
I'm
big
so
spoon
happy to
that.
be here with you.
100%. This is my little spoon, little
That's
lemon.
So little Alembic spoon. I love it.
Next
Wow.
level shit, man. Next
Wow.
level.
Amazing.
And
Yeah.
what's the one I played? Is it the Fender?
Mustang, the Mustang. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I
It's
love
also a
Mustangs.
gift. I mean, I've been so blessed with these, like gifts in my life. I don't even know, but that's a beautiful 69 Mustang that is like short
Oof.
scale and like I have tiny little hands, so like
Flat round.
I
flat round.
really
Me too.
fly. Do you really?
Oh yeah, I got little bass playing sausages. I play like a 32-inch scale bass, and like I can't play a regular Fender or J bass anymore.
Dude, my custom is a 32. I think that's
Right.
the best scale length. I think it's the best scale.
I
Like for
agree.
me, that's
For
amazing.
me too. It's just comfortable as fuck. It's great.
Totally. And for like, sometimes I'm like, how am I even gonna reach the F? Like on this,
Right.
that's my Fender P J.
Yeah.
You see it? Yeah.
That's a full scale.
That's a 34. Yeah, that's a full scale. And like I played that for years.
Yeah.
And it was great, except it was too heavy and like crushed me and crippled me for life. So so I feel great now. It's great. And then this dude who made my custom, you know, who literally again just reached out to me and was just like, I want to make you your dream bass. And I was like, what? You know? And so
that's like the gold-plated one that you've showed us on the podcast, right? Yeah, that bass is incredible.
I love it so much. And it's honestly like the more I think about it, the more surreal it is. Cause like I kind of like, you know, I have amazing basses in my possession, but like that's the one that like feels like me, you know, and it's the most comfortable to play. It looks like me. It's fucking just like, I don't know.
It does kind of look like you, doesn't it?
It looks like me. It does. It just is like, this
it's
is
a golden lady. It's a golden lady bass. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a white golden lady.
I remember seeing you at with Benevento at 930 Club, and I think it was one of the first times I saw you. It might have been after that festival we were talking about, but that it was you were just beaming. I was like, who is this just angel, just literally like
very angelic.
Almost see your wings back there. Just like, getting it down.
Thanks, guys.
I think I gave Marco
so angelic.
I was like in my, you know, Ben outfit, Ben attire or whatever, and I like went up to Marco. I saw him come by. I was like, hey, can you give this to Karina as like a pigeon sticker or something? He's like, yeah, okay, bro, sure, like whatever. Yeah, oh my god. But
I gave my sticker to an angel.
Luke, your bass is kind of like that for you as well. Like does it feel like you? Is it?
It does, yeah. I don't know. It doesn't. Like that bass is so emblematic of Karina. I don't know if it's quite that for me, but yeah, it's become like a part of me. I feel like, I mean, it looks like a Carl Thompson without being too much like a Carl Thompson. So I can play like Les Claypool, but I can't play too much like Les Claypool. So I think that's good.
No, that's bullshit because I was blown away. I thought they had a CD on at your set at summer camp.
Yeah, the Primus set.
So I didn't just play through once. I played through twice because that night I still had to fly back for a wedding. So after our summer camp set, and so I didn't even want to come over and say hi to you because I would have fallen.
I know. I didn't even see you there.
I couldn't. I got a golf cart right over.
I'm glad you caught some of it. That's awesome.
It was so awesome. Honestly,
thanks, man.
Yeah, I've seen Primus once in the day, and I was like, I kind of like this more right now. I'm sure it's I'll see him again and be like, oh no,
yeah,
special.
No, it's not anything like that. You need to see them again, but I appreciate it.
No,
look, on that tip, while we're on this subject, Luke, I have yet to see La Special. I feel like
oh my god, yeah,
and it's unbelievable. Like I don't understand how that could possibly happen. Because
it'll be a matter of time. We will be at a festival together. I wish there was one this summer. I mean, maybe there is.
I don't even like it's unbelievable that I haven't yet, and I just need to say because from afar, you know, I'm so in, and like
we gotta get you a record. I have the record that came out on my birthday, 2020.
Yes.
And we got to get you one of those for your backstage.
I would literally love that. And we talked like 2 years ago when we did this, we talked about, loving heavy music and, know, how much I'm just a diehard metal fan, punk fan, hardcore fan, all of it, and like to see you guys, first of all, the trio thing.
Yeah.
We love fucking power trios.
We love the trios.
You are like, it's a fucking beautiful thing. And you do it so well and so masterfully, and everybody in their different position. I'm just like blown. I'm like, holy shit. Like, thank fucking God for these guys. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel that way. And I can't wait to see it live. And like,
I can't wait to connect and like actually geek out, and play. It's a matter of time, and I very much look forward to that moment.
I look forward to when we could do this in person. When we were starting this, it was pandemic. We thought the world was over, and we'll just see each other on Zoom from here on out, and come back to it. And I'm very, very excited. And, we'll see you guys soon. Karina, I'm gonna hit you up at the Blue. I'll be there. I'll be around. I'll be one left and right.
Are you there on Friday for the record?
I'm coming in on fucking Thursday. I'm driving in. I'm hanging. I'm coming in with my car and just chill. I think we got glamping. I think Brett, our new tour manager, Brett.
Brett is the man. I love Brett. Shout out.
Brett.
You glamping? Oh wait, maybe I should ask for that. That would be the best thing ever.
Hit up Brett. I think it's kind of. I don't know. I think he knows a friend who does it, but the way I see it, it's just like a weekend long meet and greet. Like we're just like, we get a free tent and then they get to see Karina Reckman walking through,
Oh my God.
Maybe like air conditioned maybe, and it's like cots and stuff. So
dude, I'm just
right
gonna
up your alley.
I'm literally gonna call Brett. I'm gonna be like, "What's up, Brett? It's Karina."
Ask him how Montana is with his family, and be like, "Hey, listen, I'm putting you to work right now."
Yeah, straight up. Like, forget your family. It's Karina.
Yep.
I got a question for you.
Get me a teepee.
I'm getting a call.
I need to see it.
I'm getting a call from my tour manager now. He's saying the podcast is over and we're done.
Oh, okay. Wait, Ben, can we get a quick screenshot? Can we get a picture of all of us looking all microphoned out and golden angel down there?
Where do we do a screenshot? How do you do it? You want to do it?
I forget how. How do you do it? Did you do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, we did it.
Love it.
I can also take it from the video too, I guess. Oh, well, I
Yeah.
was supposed to be recording, right? Just kidding.